Hello everyone, what are you expecting today? Are you expecting anything? Because if you're not expecting anything, like maybe you did not expect to see this little beautiful kitty. Okay, her name is Batgirl because she's got this white mask. We actually have two black tuxedos, and the other one has a little diamond on her nose, and we call her Diana. Diana from the superhero Diana. My youngest daughter, now 18, she loved Diana the superhero. But we're talking about expectations. So what are you expecting? Are you expecting that imaginal act that you have done within? Are you expecting it to come into reality? And to expect is to say, oh, it's coming. I know it's coming. It's coming. Can you speed up your manifestation? What happens when you place an order with Amazon and Amazon decides 3 weeks after you place the order to tell you that it's going to take about another 5 or 6? That would have made it about 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 2 months for me to receive my package. Now, due to the outside circumstances last year in March, you might say, well, according to the circumstances. See, now you're taking in consideration circumstances. Now you take them into the equation, you begin to talk about them. And you begin to defeat or dilute your desire, right? So if I was going to look at what Amazon said, oh, yeah, we know there's been 3 weeks, but due to the outside circumstances, your package will be here in another 5 or 6 weeks. I would have diluted my desire. What desire? To have them sooner. But first I had to not only look at the circumstance and see the fact that, okay, I placed an order in the universe, and the universe said, okay, it's going to be here in 2 months. Do I have any power over the universe? Do I have any power to create a change, to shift, to create a quantum leap? I do, so I can speed up my manifestation. But first I had to become aware of my desire. You see, I expected Amazon to deliver my package within a week. 3 weeks, I remembered I placed an order. So sometimes when we create an imaginal act and we forget, for example, or we want to have it sooner, you have that power to cause, because you're the cause, and you can cause the effect. You within yourself are the cause and effect. So you have an effect over the outside circumstances. You can cause circumstances to change. That's what it means, the law of cause and effect, or the law of identical harvest. And so even though Amazon decided, so the universe outside of me, anything outside of me decided to give to me what I needed when they wanted. Now you see, this package contained within itself the items that I was going to use in a social media ad, which means I would have allowed Amazon and the outside circumstance to dictate when my business and how my business was going to be run. And you see, I cannot allow outside circumstances to deviate me from my goal achieving. And so I had to take matters in my own hands, but not in the matter. Hey, what do you mean 8 weeks? No, I need to do this. And like, who cares, right? Because the bottom line is nobody outside of you cares, yet we're taking in consideration their opinions much more than ours, more often than ours. And so it's a losing battle. So I have learned to create within, and I know that I'm the cause, and the effect is just in the image and likeness of that which I have done within. So I said within myself, okay, but what would my decision, what would my desire be? It would be nice if I had that package today, yeah. And I could see those clothing items that I had in my mind. And then I said, yeah, today would have been good if I had them, because I would have used them tomorrow for my ad. You see, I have already planned ahead. I've already planned ahead what I was going to do with these items, which means I did not allow Amazon and outside circumstances or the universe to have more power over my decision and my desire. My desire was to have the package, to have the item clothing, so that I can use them in my ad tomorrow. And so who can stand against my decision? Who can stand against my desire? Only self. How? By not taking control of the situation inside of me. By not deciding what I want, when I want it, and how I want it. Guess what happened? As I said that, I got up from my chair because I usually do these things. I'm always in front of the desk because I work from home as a coach and a mindset performer. And so I got up from the chair. I went about my day, and about 3-4 hours later, a friend of mine knocks on my door and says, "Hey," steps over the back step of the back of the house and says, "Oh, by the way, you've got a package here. Would you like me to bring it in?" I went in my mind trying to connect the dots, circling in my mind, trying to figure out, wait, what? What package? Like, I didn't order anything. No. Yeah, it was the package from Amazon. Are there coincidences? No. Is there failure? No. Failure in what I say? No. The only failure is in fear, doubt, and worry. Fear, doubt, and worry will cause failure, or it will stop the manifestation. So what are you expecting? If you have not talked in a flow or linear or in alignment with an outcome, parallel with inner speech with image, if you're not talking in parallel as you think you see, in the name of what you say, you've got to see the image of it, because you cannot speak unless of that which you see. So if you internally you don't have a dialogue and you see those images and you move in the direction of an outcome and you see the image of the outcome, you see your ad, you see the clothing item, you see everything in a parallel. It means you appropriate the word refrigerator with the image of refrigerator. You align. That's what it means to align, or equal to. If you don't do that within, it is not going to be done on the outside. The power is in this alignment of name and image. We manifest in that name. If you grew up in the church like I did, and apologies, my abdomen is making noises. I usually drink water and teas in the morning. But in the church, we used to be told, in the name of Jesus. Now, I stand on the Bible and its principles, because Bible is mindset. But in the name of Jesus, we know that Jesus means everything, every desire you have. And so if my desire is to have those clothing items at my house today, that's my desire. That becomes Jesus, or the outcome, or my deep desire. And so in the name of Jesus, it's referring, speak the names, the name of the refrigerator, speak it and see it. So you speak it, but you see the image, or you write it and you see the image. And so you speak in the name of. You must speak and see the image of. That's what it means. That's where your power of alignment or oneness is. That is how you know you are in the source, or you are aligned with the source. What source? The source is referring to you, this inner being of alignment. When you understand, you must not be quick at speaking. Why? Because the 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day were words that you speak, and they are amounting to nothing. They're profiting you nothing. They're not bringing you a profit. My profit, my reward was in this alignment. And I decided when, because I said today, it would have been nice if I had them today. It would have been nice if I had those dresses today, because I would have used them tomorrow in my yard. Yeah, it would have been nice. That's it. And there they are. What are you expecting? Well, think about it. Are you, or have you thought in alignment with the picture? As you build and create this image within, we talk about it in our program Manifest Without Money in step number 2. As you think and you create this image, and step number 3 is visualizing or giving it life, or speaking in alignment with the image. Are you looking at that image and you're speaking in alignment with it? Are you speaking as you're creating? That's what you need to do within. You speak and it builds. You must speak and you see the image. Because at your command, you've got to see the image. At your command, you've got to see the result. And that's what we're referring to when we talk about creation manifestation. You want to get to that place in your real life. When you speak, it's done. When you say, I wish I had that package, it would have been nice to have it today. and you see the images of that, and you see the image of your ad, and you align everything together in the direction of that which you want, and you see those images popping in your mind, that's a master of your mind, or a master in control of your thoughts and images and your reality ultimately. So alignment is, if I think refrigerator, why would I see potato? In the Garden of Eden, Adam, he was given the ability to name his circumstances. You have the ability to name your circumstances. But you know what? You have been taught to look at your circumstances the wrong way. So now you have responsibility. You had ability, but now you have responsibility, which means you have the ability to change the circumstance, to change your problem into a solution. This is called the second Adam, or the Jesus, or the desire. You have the ability to bring out the desires of your heart now. We were given this ability. And this ability lies within this power and authority, where this power refers to this alignment, and then the authority that gives freedom, which is in your tongue, gives freedom to this image to come to reality, to this imaginal act to come to reality. Without going back and forth. You know, a piece of magnetized metal, the molecular structure is in one direction. As I have said, it would be nice if I had those dresses today, because I would have used them for my ad tomorrow. Yeah, that would have been nice. Yeah, it is good. I like what I heard. I like what I see. I agree with my desire. And so I gave authority for that to come to reality. What come to reality? My package being at the door today. And this is allowing yourself. When we talk about allowing, a lot of people have a difficult time with allowing. What does it mean to allow? Allow yourself to speak the language of your heart, to speak the language of your desire, or the language of heaven. Something that pleases you, something that would be music to your ears. That's what it means to expect. Expect to hear yourself speak words that it sounds like music to your ears. We need to soothe ourselves. We need to give ourselves life. We have been taught how to give life to others. Oh, you're so pretty, you're so amazing, you're doing such an amazing job. Oh, your product and service is amazing. But you know what? Why haven't you learned to give your life back, to receive life back? If you know anything about me as a coach and a mindset performer, I talk about receiving. There's one word that I want people to recognize me. I have been teaching you how to receive. We've been taught how to give since the age of 2. Oh, honey, give the candy to your friends. Okay, but when I'm empty of my candy, where do I go for more? How do I receive? And we have been taught to receive by force. We go and battle, we go and struggle, we go and try to sell, and we tell them and try to convince them in the physical, hey, my product is going to do this. No, it's all done within. It's in our nature to give and receive. But it's the human side of us, of survival, and that has caused us to do everything by force. This is when you step outside of the Garden of Eden. This is when you step outside of your mind. This is when you step outside of your territory, or this is when you enter into the battle of mind, not understanding that everything is already provided for you. In this alignment, everything is already provided for you. We serve and we feed ourselves with the words that we speak. My words are my servant. And my words ripple into the universe, and the universe echoes back and says, okay. I go, I'm beautiful. And the mountains say back, yeah, I am beautiful. You know, it's the same thing. What you put out comes back. The law of rhythm. It goes in and it comes out. This says that the energy that you put out always comes back to the source. The energy comes in form of thoughts and images. So what you align in the form of thought and image and speech, when you put this out, it's going to come back. You put it out and it comes back. Always. So if you're not seeing something, it's because you are rejecting yourself. You're rejecting your desire. And if you reject your desire rejects you. If you accept your desire accepts you. This is the law of rhythm. And when we talk about expectation, then I want you to ask yourself, how can I expect something that I have not created to begin with? How can I expect something that I have not allowed myself to receive? You see, how can I expect to receive if I have not seen the receiving end? if I have not spoken into existence the outcome. The outcome is what you receive. The outcome of your speech, the outcome of your resolution within, the outcome of your decision and agreement within. Do you agree with Amazon? Then you are going to receive their agreement. You are aligning with the desire of their heart. Are you allowing with the desire of your SP that says, I don't want you? No. Are you allowing with the desire of your bank account that says you only have $1,000? No. Are you agreeing and expecting to pay your mortgage in 30 years? No. Are you agreeing to pay your car in 5 years? No. Why not? Because that's not my desire. I don't want to subject myself under fear, doubt, and worry for the next 5 years, every single month, worrying how am I going to bring the money in. So what is music to your ears? You know, it would have been nice if I had $400,216.10 in my bank account right now. Say it and see it. You know what? I would take $90,000 and I would go and buy my Tesla. I would take $120,000 and I would buy my daughter her Corvette. I would take another $80,000 and I would buy my youngest daughter that Cadillac that she wants, 1960 Cadillac. And then, I would take probably the rest of 80 or whatever is left. I'm just saying now, right? But I would see the number and I would see the car and I would see my child with the car that I know they want. Yeah, that would be nice. Does that sound good to you? What you have just created, can you look at God as God did and said, yeah, this is good? Can you say, yeah, I'm happy with this. This is a good outcome. Come and let's reason together. If your sins are as red scarlet, they will be this way. So if your problems are as dark and as sinful or as so far deviated from your desired outcome, let's reason together. You might think that the money is not there. You might think the car is not there. Everything is so far away. Sin is deviation. Let's reason with your sin. Let's come into the court. Let's come into this judgment. And the law will help you and set you free. The law of the mind or the law of image or the law of speech, that will set you free. And so come and let's reason together. You say you don't have. You say it's too far away. You say it's going to take 8 months for you to pay the car or 30 years for you to pay the house. Well, let's reason together. What would you really like? What would you really want? Well, my bank account says that I only have $1,000, but it would be nice if I had $400,216.10. Yeah, I would do this and do this and do this and do that. You've just achieved your goal. You have just given an order to the universe. Can you allow yourself to dream? You see, our desires were taken out at the age of 7. Now we are learning as adults, and I like to say adults are adulterous people. They're committing adultery and treason against the desires of their heart, against the kingdom, the inner kingdom, the fourth dimension. And so now we must become like a child, to think and dream and just look up in space and be like, yeah, and I go and I go and I imagine and I dream and I let it go. And I let go of that to go into the universe, and the universe says, okay, I'll bring it back to you. We cannot allow ourselves to do that because we heard so many times, no, 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 no. We're looking at what is, now what we would like it to be. And so now we have to learn the language of a child. Unless you become like a child, you cannot enter into that kingdom. Unless you become like a child, you cannot, and you cannot speak the language of your desire. You cannot get your desire. That's what it means. But see, the laws are setting you free. The laws are telling you, hey, listen, nothing is big or small. No, there's no such thing. There is only problem. No, there is freedom in the law. And so when we use the process of creation manifestation through the 6 steps in our program, we're operating by law. We're setting ourselves free from the prison of our circumstance and our own inner language. You give the language and you speak the language of your desire. That's what it is. Stop being an adult. Start becoming like a child. A child is obedient until the parent says, no, you can't have this. And then that no causes the child's behavior to change, because the child is not created to be told no. A child in its purest form says, I can go anywhere and I can have anything. I don't care what people say. I don't even hear what people say. I don't know the meaning of that. I don't know the name of that. And so we instill in the child, be careful how you cross the street. Don't go to the end of the street. Somebody might take you. Somebody might steal your money. Keep your money in your book bag. We're putting fear We're taking desire, we're taking freedom away when we put fear. And we have learned fear, doubt, and worry. And now as an adult, we operate by fear, doubt, and worry in outside circumstances. Unless you become like a child, you cannot inherit your desire. It's just, your desire is a few words away from you. That's how far, it's right outside the door of your mouth. Your desire is waiting right at the door. What you're expecting, it's right there. Open the door. That means open this door to speak in the alignment and welcome your desire in. Can you do that? If you can do that, you have overcome fear, doubt, and worry, and you have overcome the universe or the world or your circumstances, such as Amazon, your XP, your bank account, your business, your client. You have overcome everything and everyone. That's what we all long for, that power and that authority and the rest. We want to rest from this struggle, rejection, right? We can close the gap. You can close the gap. Who can stand in your gap? As a coach and a mindset coach and a high performance mentor, I come in and help you close the gap between you and your desire. That's what I do. I do that in personal lives. I do that in business. We take our programs in business in the same way into executives' offices. I close the gap because many times we can't close the gap ourselves. And so I close the gap with one idea at a time. One idea is one desire. So what is your desire? I can show you how to go from where you are to where you want to be. I can close the gap for you. I can help you. And we do that in the program Manifest Without Money. I'm going to drop a link below. And if you want to close the gap, create a quantum leap, I would encourage you to take a look at the program and enroll right away. Okay? You want to have those quantum leaps. So in order for that, we need someone to hold us accountable, responsible, and guide us. And tell us, okay, listen, I can oversee, I am your awareness, and I can see you've made the wrong move. Let's move a little this way. Let's do it this way. I guide you. I'm the leader and the visionary. You see, when you tell me your dream and your image, I hold you accountable. I come into agreement with you and I say it already exists. I'm sorry, you can't back away from it. No. It's too hard. No, there's nothing hard. You got this. You and I have agreed to that outcome. I have seen you there. I have seen you with it. You are going to become it. And that's the benefit of having a coach and a mindset coach and a high performance mentor and being within a program and being plugged in. I don't take people's money. I help you build your vision. When two come into agreement, when you and I come into agreement and we both see that vision, because I'm asking you to write it down and be descriptive so that I can understand it, so that I can picture it. If I could see it and you see it, it's done. The picture has gone into the universe. That's what I do as a coach and a mindset performer. I don't just tell you affirmations. I don't just tell you, say this and do this. No. You are more intricate and more detailed than what you have heard it being said about you. Yeah, there's more power and authority in you. This power is so powerful, you've got to be delicate with it. So you have to be careful as to the thoughts you say, thoughts you think, words you say, and images you create. So click on the link below and I will see you within the program. Also like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below. And tell me what you think. Tell me if you need any help with anything, with any goal. I can look at your goal and maybe I will leave a comment underneath and I could guide you that way. But unless you invest in yourself, that means unless you make a decision and say, I'm done with watching YouTube videos, I'm done with reading, I am done with all of that. I had to give up all of that. And I had to plug myself into a 6 months coaching with the toppest coach at Proctor Gallagher Institute. And so I am right now under coaching and mentorship, and I have been 6 months ago. I'm always coached. I always have a mentor. Never, ever, ever submit under anyone unless they have a coach and a mentor ahead of them. Because if your coach and mentor doesn't have a bigger vision that they themselves don't know how to work on it, and they're not moving forward, I wouldn't follow someone that is not moving forward and is not growing. So you make a decision who you want to follow, who is your visionary, who is your mentor, but make sure that your mentor has a mentor. Ultimately, you want to make sure that your mentor is growing and doesn't feel that they don't think that they have arrived, because nobody has arrived. You have infinite potential within you. Nobody has arrived. So make sure you align yourself with the right coach and the right mentor. So thank you so much for being here. I will see you in the next video. Bye now.